Good afternoon and welcome to the business meeting for November 18th of the South Carolina Public Service Commission. First order of business is we will take a roll call of the commissioners. District 1.
Commissioner Williams is present in the hearing room.
District 3.
Caston present in the hearing room.
District 4.
Irvin present virtually.
District 7.
Powers is present in the hearing room.
And I'm from District 2 and I'm present. Our chairman from District 6 is on military leave today.
And District 5, Thomas is
I apologize, Commissioner Thomas. District 5.
present in the hearing room.
Can't even read my list.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. Would y'all join me in a moment of silence, silent meditation, please? Thank you. Mr. Minges.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madam Chair and Commissioners. For our first item of business, staff proposes that our next business meeting be held at the call of the chair.
I think that's fine. Thank you, Mr. Minges.
Thank you. We have two items on a supplemental agenda. Item number 1, docket number 2020-266E, is a request to withdraw a complaint.
Okay. Do I hear a motion? Commissioner Powers. I don't think you're on. Would you turn your microphone on?
I apologize. I move that the commission grant the request of Mr. John Nizer to withdraw his complaint.
We have a motion before the commission. We'll do a roll call vote. District 1.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. The motion passes.
Item number 2, docket number 2020-125E. This matter concerns the scheduling of future public night hearings in this docket.
Is there a motion?
There is.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you. Counselor and fellow commissioners, in the case of 2020-125E, the application of Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated for adjustment of rates and charges, the commission announced 3 virtual public hearings for November 9th, 10th, and 12th via 2 press releases and through its quarterly electronic newsletter. The commission wishes to thank those who helped to promote these hearings, including but certainly not limited to AARP and the South Carolina Farm Bureau, amongst many others, I'm sure. In addition, the commission prepared a video which walked consumers through the process of testifying. As a result, there were 225 people who pre-registered to participate in the night rate hearings. Over the course of the evenings of November 9th, 10th, and 12th, the Public Service Commission heard testimony from 82 customers, and we had 748 people who attended via the Commission's live streaming of these hearings. I move, in order to provide robust and safe opportunities for Dominion customers to provide additional opportunities to testify regarding the DESC rate case, that the Commission offer 2 additional public hearings for customers who wish to testify via telephone conference and for customers who wish to testify in person in the Commission's hearing room. 101 Executive Center Drive, Columbia, South Carolina, to be held on Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, beginning at 1 p.m. and until 6 p.m., and also on Thursday, January the 7th, 2021, beginning at 6 p.m. and concluding at 9 p.m. The Commission further directs DESC to inform its residential customers of this additional opportunity, both electronically if the customer receives the customer's bill electronically, and via direct mailings if the customer does not receive an electronic bill. And fully reflect the announcement is being provided by and written by Dominion. Dominion must inform its customers through this notice with the following additional instructions. On or before Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021, no later than 4:45 p.m., any person desiring to testify as a public witness shall provide the commission, A, your name, and B, the telephone number that you wish the commission to call during the hearing to receive your testimony. Your name and telephone number may be provided to the commission in two ways: by emailing communications@psc.sc.gov or by calling 803-896-5133. Please indicate whether you intend to testify via telephone, conference, or in person, whether you intend to testify on Tuesday, January the 5th, 2021, or on Thursday, January the 7th, 2021. Also, be advised that you will be called in the order you sign up to speak. If you request to testify in person, the commission will notify you when to enter the building via text or telephone call. Further, the commission will arrange to clean before and after each witness and will limit witnesses to one in the hearing room at a time. I so move.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any questions, discussion? Commissioner Powers?
Could I ask, as far as Dominion giving people notice, is there going to be any deadline put on that so that they don't get a notice too late to do any good? Or is that addressed in here?
That is not addressed in here at this point. Do you have a suggestion?
Well, I would refer to, could I ask staff how long?
I think we can instruct the clerk's office to include a deadline in that. If we can add that we'll instruct the clerk's office to or we will add a deadline to ensure proper notice. That the mailing must be done by a certain date. We can put that date in there. I had a couple of comments that I jotted down. Commissioner Williams, on the Tuesday, January 5th date, the hearing would begin at 1 p.m. and last until 6 p.m.?
Yes.
And then you said on Thursday, January 7th, it would begin at 6 p.m. and end at 9 p.m. Potentially, we could end up going later than 9 p.m., depending on how many people there are.
Yes. I think the intention was to promote the 6 to 9 p.m., but not cut anybody off.
Okay. And then I believe, and if I misheard this, I believe you indicated on or before Wednesday, January 6th, no later than 4 p.m., any person desiring to testify. Should that not be on Monday, January the 4th?
I did say Wednesday, January the 6th at 4:45, and the intention is that as we experienced in November, there was a lot of attention that was given to this opportunity after we held the first night hearing. And so this gives the opportunity for people to sign up.
Right, but January 6th is after the hearing on January the 5th.
So this would be the deadline to be able to sign up for either date. But clearly, if you're signing up after the first date, you're signing up for the Thursday, January the 7th opportunity.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that clarification. Any other discussion? Commissioner Caston?
I want to make sure I understand the 1 to 6 would be in the hearing room. The 6 to 9, is that call-in or is that in the hearing room too?
Both opportunities are times for testifiers to choose whether they wish to come in person or call in.
Okay.
It's their choice.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner Powers, did you have something else?
I did. I wondered if I could offer an amendment to go ahead and put a date in there, let's say December 1st for Dominion to these notices out. And I guess some language that whatever hearings we have will be under the proper DHEC or CDC guidelines.
Commissioner Williams, do you accept that as a friendly amendment?
I do.
Any further discussion, Commissioners? We've heard the motion as amended. We'll do a roll call vote. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion passes, motion as amended passes.
Madam Chair, turning to our utilities agenda, item number 1, docket number 2020-261C. This matter concerns an interconnection agreement.
Do we have a motion?
Chairman,
Commissioner Powers?
I move that we approve the interconnection agreement between RE Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Level 3 Communications LLC.
We have a motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Motion passes.
Item number 2, docket number 2020-171C. This matter concerns the application of Clear Rate Communications.
Is there a motion?
Chairwoman Belser.
Commissioner Williams?
I move that we approve the application of Clear Rate Communications Incorporated for a certificate to provide non-facilities-based local exchange and resold long-distance telecommunication services and for flexible regulation of its local exchange services and alternative regulation of its long-distance service offerings.
Thank you. A roll call vote is in, any discussion? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. The motion passes. Mr. Minges?
Yes, ma'am. Item number 3, docket number 2020-259C. This matter concerns the petition of AT&T to overturn the denial of additional numbering resources.
Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston?
I move that we grant the request of AT&T for the Commission to review the decision by the North American Numbering Plan Administrator, NAMPA, and/or the Ping Administrator denying AT&T's request for additional numbering resources in its Columbia Rate Center. As a regulator of the rates and services of telecommunications companies, under the authority of South Carolina Code annotated Section 58-9-210, et sec, the Commission has authority under both the FCC's rules and the Central Office Code NXX assignment guidelines to review a decision by the North American Numbering Plan Administrator or Pooling Administrator. AT&T states it does not have the existing numbers to meet the request of its customer, Midlands Technical College, and will be unable to provide the telecommunication services requested with its current inventory. Further, AT&T has demonstrated a verifiable need for these additional numbering resources based upon receipt of a customer request for numbering services. An appeal to the Commission by AT&T is the only means to effect its request. I conclude that AT&T has exhausted all available remedies. I further move that the Commission direct the North American Numbering Plan Administrator or Pooling Administrator to approve AT&T's request. Further, I move that we direct staff to prepare an order consistent with our motion.
Commissioners, the motion, any discussion? A roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Commissioner Williams votes aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Motion passes.
Item number 4, number 2020-227C. This matter concerns a joint application and consent to transfer contracts.
Chairman Belcher,
Commissioner Powers?
I have a motion I'd like to make on that.
please proceed.
I move that we approve the request of Legacy Long Distance International Incorporated to transfer its contracts to Network Communications International Corporation doing business as NCIC Inmate Communications.
Commissioner, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Commissioner Williams votes aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Motion passes.
Item number 5, docket number 2020-242E. This matter concerns a motion to dismiss.
Commissioner Caston,
I'd like to make a motion, please. I move that this commission deny the motion to dismiss and further direct the chief clerk to set the matter for a hearing and to set deadlines for pre-filed testimony and exhibits.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote. District 1,
Commissioner Williams votes aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. Motion passes.
Item number 6, docket number 2020-240E. This matter concerns a motion to dismiss.
Madam Chairperson,
Commissioner Thomas,
I have a motion. I move that this commission deny the motion to dismiss and further direct the chief clerk to set the matter for a hearing and to set deadlines for pre-filed testimony and exhibits. So moved.
Commissioner, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Commissioner Williams votes aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and District 2 votes aye. The motion passes.
Item number 7, docket number 2019-225E. We have a motion for admission pro hoc vici.
Madam Chair Lady,
Commissioner Irvin,
I move the commission grant the motion for admission pro hoc vici in this docket for Michael K. Lavanga, Esquire, who made the request on behalf of his client, Nucor Steel South Carolina's division of Nucor Corporation. So moved.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. The motion passes.
Item number 8, docket number 2015-163E. Duke Energy Progress request approval of modifications to the Small Business Energy Saver Program.
Madam Chair Lady,
Commissioner Irvin,
I move the commission grant the application of Duke Energy Progress to modify its Small Business Energy Saver Program. The purpose of the program is to reduce energy usage through the district through direct installation of energy efficiency measures in non-residential segment of the market that does not take advantage of the company's other non-residential energy efficiency programs. Duke Energy Progress seeks to modify the program by expanding its availability to include all existing non-residential customer accounts, including those exceeding the current average annual demand limitation of 180 kilowatts. Duke maintains the expansion will significantly increase participation in the program and support the program's cost effectiveness. Additionally, the program is being made available to businesses that exceed the current average annual demand limitation of 180 kW. I also move that the commission approve the requested name change from the Small Business Energy Saver Program to the Business Energy Saver Program. So moved.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Is there any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, a roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Williams votes aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
I vote aye. The motion passes.
Chair, item number 9, docket number 2014-252E. Duke Energy Carolina's request for approval for modifications to the Small Business Energy Saver Program.
Madam Chair Lady,
Commissioner Irvin?
this is a similar motion for Duke Energy Carolinas this time to modify its Small Business Energy Saver Program. The purpose of this program, as I stated earlier, is to reduce energy usage, direct installation of energy efficiency measures in a non-residential segment of the market, which does not take advantage of the company's other non-residential energy efficiency programs. Duke Energy Carolina seeks to modify the program by expanding its availability to include all existing non-residential customer accounts, including those that currently exceed the average annual demand limitation of 180 kW. Duke maintains the expansion will significantly increase participation in the program and support the program's cost effectiveness. As we did in the other case, the program is being made available to businesses that exceed the current average annual demand limitation of 180 kW, and the Commission approves the requested name change from Small Business Energy Saver Program to Business Energy Saver Program. So moved.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, a roll call vote. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 10, docket numbers 2019-224E and 2019-225E. We have a joint petition for reconsideration.
Madam Chair Lady,
Commissioner
I move that we grant reconsideration in this matter and adopt the proposed modified procedural schedule of the petitioners that they requested. So moved.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any questions or discussion? I'd just like to say that when we set the original schedule, I know I, as a commissioner, I think several other commissioners, we are trying to ensure that we have enough time to properly evaluate the evidence that's presented at the hearings within the timeframes that are set out when orders have to be issued, and especially when we have a hard deadline on some of these cases. We certainly are not trying to shortchange any of the parties their opportunity to complete discovery and present their testimony, but we appreciate when the parties recognize that we too have a role in this process and we need sufficient time to have the hearing conducted, and in these tough cases, in these long cases, get a transcript, review the transcript, the evidence, proposed orders, and then get a final order written. And I think we are seeing that we have more people wanting to lay eyes on that final order before it goes out. So that's why we're having to build in some extra time for us to complete our work. But I do support this motion and appreciate the parties understanding that we are trying to do our best, and it sometimes takes some time for us to get our work completed as well. A roll call vote is in order. District.
Chairwoman,
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't respond quickly enough. Has staff given their support to this new schedule? There was some discussion about an alternative compromise.
I don't think they. I don't know for sure, but I think we were kind of in agreement with. I talked to a couple of staffers, and we were okay. So I don't know about anybody else,
Okay.
whether you've talked to staff or not. I don't know.
Not since Monday, so I
Just-
appreciate your comments, and
Thank
I'll
you.
vote aye.
District 1 votes aye. District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes.
Madam Chair, item 11, docket number 2019-365E. This matter concerns scheduling.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you very much. I move that we reschedule the hearing currently scheduled for December 10th and 11th, this generic docket, and that we hold abeyance the pre-filed testimony and exhibit deadlines at this time. As you will recall, by Commission Directive dated November 25th, 2019, the Commission is authorized by the South Carolina Code Section 584120E2 to open a generic docket for the purposes of creating programs for the competitive procurement of energy and capacity from renewable energy facilities by an electrical utility within the Utilities Balancing Authority area if the Commission determines such action to be in the public interest. South Carolina Code annotated 584120E2. The Commission directed the Clerk's Office to open this generic docket 2019-365E as authorized by the South Carolina General Assembly when the Commission found that a South Carolina competitive procurement system should be considered in South Carolina. I further move that the Commission reaffirm its findings that it should explore a South Carolina competitive procurement program as allowed by South Carolina Code Section 584120E2 and proceed with this generic docket as this time as allows. First, in response to written inquiries, the Commission intends to use this generic docket to receive information on competitive procurement programs of energy and capacity from renewable energy facilities by an electrical utility in general. For example, the interested parties should provide comments, testimony, and exhibits concerning, but not limited to, the following. 1, best practices. 2, the benefits and monetary savings associated with establishing and administering competitive procurement programs for the utility and for the ratepayer. 3, the challenges and costs associated with establishing and administering competitive procurement programs for the utility and for the ratepayer. 4, the types of competitive procurement programs or options available in competitive procurement programs for a utility and the related benefits, savings, cost, and challenges. 5, the impact of revisions to the utility's existing competitive procurement program, and 6, the impact of addition of or revisions to a utility's competitive procurement program upon other areas, including but not limited to the following: the IRP process, interconnection, energy storage, and queue reform. The Clerk's Office is directed to establish a new hearing date and new pre-filed testimony and exhibit deadlines. Additionally, I move that we hold in abeyance the request of Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated, Dominion, for the Commission to open an individual docket addressing whether or not a competitive procurement program is appropriate for Dominion. This generic docket would be an appropriate vehicle to consider such program on a per individual utility basis. It is noted that by the Commission, that the letter from Dominion is not the only inquiry received by the Commission concerning the establishment of an individual docket. The solar provider Ecoplexus Incorporated and Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC, collectively Duke companies, filed a letter November 10th expressing similar concerns as Dominion. I move that the Commission hold in abeyance the request of Ecoplexus Incorporated and the Duke companies on whether separate individual dockets for each utility should be established.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Are there any questions or any discussion? A roll call vote is in order. District 1?
Aye.
District 3?
Aye.
District 4?
Aye.
District 5?
Aye.
District 7?
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes.
Item 12, docket number 2020-202E. This matter concerns Duke Energy Carolinas' request to issue and sell securities.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas.
I have a motion. I move that we grant approval of Duke's request based upon the verified pre-filed testimony and exhibits in the record, which are filed in this docket on behalf of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC. Further, I move that we cancel the scheduled hearing to be held on December the 10th of 2020, which has been requested by Duke Energy Carolinas LLC. No parties have objected or taken issue with their request, including the Office of Regulatory Staff. So moved.
Commissioner heard the motion. Any discussion or questions? A roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion passes.
Madam Chairman, item number 13, docket number 2020-125E. This matter concerns the hiring of a consultant.
Commissioner
Madam-
Caston.
I move that we approve this request and issue a request for proposal for a consultant to provide technical assistance to the commission related to the issues of the rate of return.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
I'm going to vote no, but the motion passes. Mr. Minges?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 14, docket number 2025G. This matter concerns the annual review of Dominion Energy's purchase gas adjustment and gas purchasing policies.
Commissioner Thomas?
I have a motion. I move that we find that Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated gas purchasing policies and practices during the review period were reasonable and prudent. The company properly adhered to the gas cost recovery provisions of its gas tariff within the guidelines established in prior commission orders. DESC also correctly adjusted the gas cost recovery factors for each customer class in accordance with the terms of order numbers 2006-679 and 2009-910, which factors are hereby approved. Demand charges included in the total cost of gas factors should continue to be calculated as set forth in Commission Docket Number 2006-5-G, Order Number 2006-679, by distributing such costs among the rate schedules based upon a 50-50 allocation of peak design day demand and annual forecast sales. The end-of-period balance for Dominion's purchase gas adjustment account are reflected in the testimony and evidence as presented at the hearing. The actual balance in the company's unbilled gas cost adjustment account shall continue to be applied to the PGA over or under collection calculation, and the company shall consider this unbilled gas cost account adjustment account in all future PGA calculations. Further, monthly adjustments shall continue to be applied to the demand component of the cost of gas factor. Further, I move that we direct the staff to prepare an order consistent with our motion. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call vote is in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion passes.
Item number 15, docket number 2020-177C. This matter concerns the application of Mastech Network Solutions LLC.
Commissioner Williams?
Chairwoman Belzer. I move that the commission approve the application of Mastech Network Solutions LLC for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to provide sold and facilities-based local exchange access telecommunication services, and for flexible regulation of local services offerings in accordance with procedures authorized in order number 98-165 in docket number 97-467C.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Discussion? A roll call vote in order. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye.
Madam Chair, that concludes today's utilities agenda. Turning to our transportation agenda, item numbers 1 through 4 are new applications that can be taken together. Item number 1, docket number 2020-256T, RFJ and Company LLC, DBA Quality Care Transportation. Item docket 2020-257T, Jackie Gore Jr., DBA Gore Limo Service. Item 3, docket 2020-262T, Quality Transportation LLC. And item 4, docket number 2020-267T, Greenville Executive Transportation LLC.
Commissioner Williams.
I move that the commission approve the application for Class C authority described in items 1 through 4 by Mr. Menges.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion. Any discussion or questions? A roll call vote is in order. District 1.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes.
Madam Chair, item number 5, docket number 2020-179T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Commissioner Williams.
I move that the commission grant the request of Taja Transitions LLC for an extension of time until December 1st, 2020 to comply with commission rules and regulations.
Commissioners, any questions or comments on the motion? A roll call vote is in order. District 1.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes.
Item number 6, docket number 2020-165T and 2020-166T, we have a request for an extension of time.
Commissioner Williams.
I move that the commission grant the request of Wayfinder Non-Emergent Medical Transport LLC for a 2-month extension of time to comply with the commission rules and regulations. The 2-month extension will end on January 19th, 2021.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, a roll call vote is in order. District 1.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Item number 7, docket number 1997-407T, we have a request for suspension.
Commissioner Williams.
I move that the commission grant the request of Lang Moving Systems to suspend its Class E household goods certificate number 969 until August 13th, 2021.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, a roll call vote is in order. District 1.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 7.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes.
Item number 8, docket number 2020-207T, we have a request to amend a tariff.
Madam Chairperson,
Commissioner Thomas.
I move to approve the amended revised tariff of Salt Marsh Ventures LLC doing business as 2 Men and a Truck of Beaufort. The Office of Regulatory Staff requested that Salt Marsh Ventures include language in its proposed amended tariff filed with the application on August the 25th of 2020, clarifying the hourly rates that would be charged for a move that occurred on both weekdays and a weekend. Salt Marsh Ventures included the clarifying language in its amended tariff filed on October the 13th of 2020. On October the 28th of 2020, the Commission issued order number 2020-722 that indicated Salt Marsh Ventures needed to correct the spelling of its name on its proposed tariff and clarify the circumstance about when it would charge a hotel fee. Salt Ventures included these changes in the amended revised tariff filed on October the 30th of 2020. Further, ORS has performed an impact study and tariff comparison as part of its review. According to ORS, Salt Marsh Ventures is in compliance with all applicable Commission rules and regulations, and there have been no complaints lodged with ORS in the past 12 months. So moved.
Thank you. Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion passes.
Madam Chair, item number 9, docket 2018-203T, we have a request to cancel.
Commissioner Thomas, I see your light.
Thank you. I move that the commission grant the request of the Splendid Carriage LLC to cancel Class C Charter Bus Certificate number 0395-A.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote. District 1,
Aye.
District 3,
Aye.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5,
Aye.
District 7,
Aye.
and I vote aye.
Madam Chair, that concludes today's agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Minges. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this week's business meeting. The next meeting is at the call of the chair. Thank you all for your participation.